Time for our AT&T tweet of the game. Mr. Hollingsworth has become a quick favorite of mine to listen to. Nice tweet.
Good. Hopefully they weren't listening too closely last inning as I got duped by Mr. Cayaspo.
Well,
no, Mr. Trout is not in the on-deck circle. Sorry.
That's all right. Good to have you with us. Jim DeShay's back in Houston for the high school graduation of his daughter Kelly, and fun to have you back here at the ballpark.
Well, I appreciate that, Len. It's been a lot of fun.
Cubs leading by a run as they try to get out of here with a series split. Off day tomorrow. The Pirates come in over the weekend. We mentioned it. The Pirates just got swept in Atlanta, but off to a good start this year, so it'll be a tough weekend. And two left-handed starters for the Pirates in that upcoming series. And here's a Jared Weaver lookalike, Garrett Richards.
I better be on my game from here on out. That's right, he does. You know, Garrett Richards is one of their young guns now in the bullpen. Kind of bounced around between the starting rotation and that bullpen. Big arm. A little inconsistent, though, early on in his career.
42nd overall pick in the 09 draft. Went to the University of Oklahoma. Works from the stretch with nobody on. 7th inning, 5-4 Cubs. Soriano hits a rope to left. Sliding catch, J.B. Shuck.
Yeah, Sori robbed to the base hit. He's been all over the baseball today. 2 doubles to right, line drive out to left. Nice running catch by J.B. Shuck.
Nate Scherholtz will hit for Scott Hairston.
You see this a little bit more in the American League ballparks, Len, where Nate can pinch hit here for Scott Hairston. You don't have to worry about the pitcher's spot. You don't worry about the DH. You kind of just have to match your guys up with the position that they can play. Nate will enter the game in the outfield.
Little flare into center for a hit. Pinch hit single, Nate Scherholtz. Now Wellington Castillo.
And Nate continues to swing that hot bat. Nothing better than coming off the bench and getting that base hit. One of the best villains in the world. Those ABs are tough. I think Dale's done a real nice job this year keeping everybody involved. That's the challenge for your role players, for your bench guys, keeping themselves in the game, keeping themselves loose so that they get that opportunity, that at bat there in the 7th inning. You can go up there and give yourself an opportunity to have a good at bat. Some managers that I play for, it's strictly pinch inning in 9th inning, and I'm saving you for the end of the game so you don't have those opportunities. Dale does a very good job of getting all his guys involved almost every night.
Well, the White Sox and Mariners played 13 scoreless innings before that crazy 14th. The Rays and the Tigers were 0-0 into the 9th. Tampa Bay with 2 in the 9th, still batting, leading 2-0. James Russell has joined Rondon out in the bullpen. Richards with a 1-0. It's high. 2 balls, no strikes. They're in the bottom of the fourth in Houston. The Astros have hit 6 home runs already and lead the Orioles 9-1. Altuve, Castro, J.D. Martinez, Pena, Dominguez, and Gonzalez have all gone deep.
Well, Astros can hit a little bit.
Fly ball center field, surrounded by Mike Trout. 2 away, and it'll be up to Castro, who led off the 6th with a double and would score the go-ahead run.
You talk about those Astros, their pitching has been more of the issue for them this year, not their offense. They've been able to score some runs against some pretty good opponents this year, but their pitching, which has certainly been better of late, as the Angels just found out. To put together a little, they just had their win streak snap, but they had been winning some baseball games and doing an awful lot better, and that offense certainly coming around.
One and nothing on Castro.
Starlin 1 for 2 on the afternoon, double his last at bat.
Richards really distracted by Scherholtz.
Throw over to first base, and that's you know, you talk about the Cubs growing and the different approach that they've been able to take, and where they were last year now being better base runners, not necessarily stealing many more bases, but the awareness that you have. I mean, clearly Richards has been distracted here, and that's what you're doing to help your hitter out in this situation. If you pose the threat earlier in the ball game, the double steal, it works. You're going to get that attention from the mound, and that's what you want. Those are the little things in the game of baseball that the Cubs continue to get better at, and talk about areas of where they're going to improve. You're starting to see, just by being a little bit more aggressive. They don't have to be the best team in the league, steal the most bases, but running the bases properly. Things that are going to distract the opposing pitcher on the mound right now. Good sizable lead by Nate. Drawing throws is drawing attention. It's when you hope the mistake shows up for Starlin and he jumps all over it.
Scherholtz runs and Castro fouls. Not going this time, and the pitch is low.
Nice take by Starlin Castro right there. A week ago would have saw him swing at that pitch. Hopefully good signs that he's kind of coming out of his funk.
And he's worked some deep counts today. Walked in his first at bat, hit into a double play, then doubled and scored a run. The go-ahead run. 2-2 on the way. Got him. Foul tip strikeout on a fastball. Stretch time in Anaheim. The Cubs with a 5-4 lead.
Hot and spicy McChicken. Revving up the dollar menu with a blend of savory spices. Get hold of crispy tender satisfaction or grab a familiar favorite, all for just $1 each. Hot and spicy. Can you handle more to love for less?
We're born explorers, always looking for new places to go and new things to see. New adventures. That's how we fly. Southwest Airlines now offers new nonstop service from Midway to Charlotte, Jacksonville, Rochester, and Wichita. Book now online only at southwest.com. We are Southwest. Welcome aboard.
I'm the next American success story, working for a company where over 75% of store management started as hourly associates. There's opportunity here. I can use Walmart's education benefits to get a degree. Maybe work in IT. Or be an engineer, helping Walmart conserve energy. Even today, when our store does well, I earn quarterly bonuses. When people look at me, I hope they see someone working their way up.
Opportunity. That's the real Walmart.
Vegas, Vegas! Nothing's gonna stop us till we get to Vegas! Yeah!
Your order's ready at the next window.
Thank you!
Next up, refreshment with delicious 49-cent cones at McDonald's for a limited time only.
Are you looking for a way to make your business stand out from the competition? Host your best customers and guests in a private suite at Wrigley Field. The Nuveen Investment Suites can accommodate anywhere from 15 to 55 guests and include food, all-you-can-drink beverages, and parking. To book your premier experience at the ballpark, visit Cubs.com/suites or call 773-404-4200.
Let's go back to the fourth inning. Our Coors Light freeze cam. It's Anthony Rizzo sneaking in behind J.B. Shuck.
Yeah, and you get a big out right there from Matt Garza. He's in a little bit of a trouble. Wellington Castillo certainly able to show off the gun in this series. Second time he's able to pull that off. Anthony Rizzo busts in behind J.B., slaps the tag on him. Get themselves out of a little bit of a pickle right there.
Sherholtz now in right after pinch hitting for Hairston, and Matt Garza back out there for the seventh. 93 pitches and counting. Iannetta 1 for 2 with an RBI.
Those moments in a ball game, manager Dale Swaim kind of so you get kind of caught between that rock and a hard spot. How many outs do you want out of your bullpen? Matt Garza's had a lot of pressure pitches in this ball game, a lot of slow down innings. He's at 95 pitches right now in a one-run ball game. But are you willing to go back into that bullpen and say, I need 9 outs, guys? Can you give me 9 outs in a one-run ball game?
That's a great point. I think he really wants to get 3 more from his starter as the slider's high to make it 2-1.
I think in a perfect world, Dale would have been happy with the 6 innings here if the bullpen issues weren't what they are right now.
Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. Shuck and then Ibar for the Angels. Here it is. He got him. Iannetta frozen on a fastball for the first out.
Out number one. It's been a big part of the game plan today. Every inning Matt Garza has recorded out number one. Been a good inning for him. Innings in which he hasn't, it's where the damage has showed up.
And the leadoff double by Hamilton turned into a two-run homer for Kendrick in the second. And the leadoff walk to Trumbo in the fourth will be followed by 2 runs later. Here's 1-0 to Shuck. Batter showed bunt, took a strike.
That's done a real nice job today taking advantage of that low strike, where the strike zone's been a little bit more open than other spots around the plate.
Nice, get me over curve. It's 1-2.
Matt busting out the big overhand curveball. Both of those such good effective pitches from Matt when he doesn't have to overuse them. I think into that aggressiveness conversation that Matt was talking about last week against the Diamondbacks. That's it. Setting those pitches up, not having to depend on them or overuse them in his outings.
That one was up, and a fly ball to deep right, dropped by Scherholtz. Shuck motoring around second, and he's going to make third. There's still a little bit of sun, and it might have affected Scherholtz on that deep fly to the warning track, just into the game on defense.
Well, something got Nate right there. Did a nice job of getting back to the ball. Gets his glove up in time and just hits him in the palm of the hand.
That is a 3-base error on the Cubs right fielder. I really think, Todd, the sun had an effect on that ball. Watch right as the ball is getting into his glove. His head goes right into the sun right there.
Yeah. That's part of it. The sun is not just over the top of the stadium. The levels of the stadium a lot of times will attract light, allow that light through to kind of come through, and you're seeing it right now. Nate is standing in the sunlight.
That's going to be it for Garza.
He was breaking back on that ball. Lost it.
So the Honda call to the pen here in the 7th. We'll see if the Cubs relief staff can hold him the rest of the way. We'll be back.
Denny's red, white, and blue plate specials are as American as apple pie. Especially the apple pie French toast. Try it with our new mild or bold coffee roasts. Only at Denny's. Outdoor living spaces come to life when designed with Unilock products made with Enduracolor. For a free estimate and design consultation, join us online at unilock.com. Unilock. Designed to connect.
You can tell when a track works or not, if people are dancing or if they're clearing the floor.
Whether you're a rock star, people feeling good about themselves is what I strive for.
Allie was great. She cuts exactly what I wanted.
We rock the cut.
Yeah.
Rib sandwiches, Carolina Whopper sandwiches, John Barbecue's back.
Time to round up the customers. Cowboy Joe, barbecue's back at Burger King. Woo-hoo! And Barbecue's back. Stan, barbecue's back at Burger King. Molly, barbecue's back. Astronaut, barbecue's back. Come try our summer barbecue menu with the new rib sandwich, Carolina barbecue Whopper, and sweet potato fries. Burger King, where taste is king. Barbecue's back at Burger King.
No doubt Nate Shearholtz had some issues with the sun. You're going to see it right here towards the end. It's just going to get a little bit brighter around his eyes. See right there, sun cracking, peeking through the stadium. No doubt had an effect on that ball. As it hits Nate in the heel of the glove, goes for an E9, a 3-base error. James Russell's got his hands full now.
So it's a Honda call to the pen, and it is lefty James Russell. He's been by far the most consistent reliever the Cubs have had this year. And his job's not only to get Eric Ibar, who will turn around and bat right-handed, but also to keep Schuck from scoring, and the infield will come in with 1 out.
Well, Len, kind of to continue that thought about Nate, hate to keep harping on it, but it's almost the mindset of the player today. Back in the day, there was flip downs, glasses that you took out there, and when the sunlight would change on you, you could apply it. You'd flip them down when you needed them. But today's player loves the Oakleys, loves the fancy glasses, and I was part of that generation as well. Flip downs don't really exist any longer, so the willingness for the outfielder to put the glasses on and wear them out there when it is mostly dark, except for that one little patch of sunlight that you had to cross over in order to make the catch, and you wonder if it factored in.
Soriano and Barney, 2 Cubs in particular who wear the flip downs. So 1-0 on Ibar. And the pitch, now 2-0. Ibar splits virtually the same righty-lefty in his career. The pitch. Popped him up. And Castillo makes the catch. He just had enough room. A huge second out.
Great concentration.
Quite sure if he was going to have room.
Great concentration right there. Able to go over the railing just a little bit. Railing that kind of gives. It's more like wiring, if you will. It's a little different. Yeah, kind of a net right there, but able to reach over and bring it back. Nice concentration by Wellington Castillo right there. Big second out of the inning.
So what do you do with Trout? You've got a couple of bases open, and Chris Bosio is going to go out and talk that very thing over. Trout the hitter, Pujols on deck here in the 7th. So they've determined the game plan. Now let's see if Russell and Castillo can execute it. That was a problem last night. Dale talking after the game about what the game plan was against Albert Pujols, and wasn't followed by Carlos Villanueva and Wellington Castillo.
Well, I think Matt Garza has done a pretty good job against Mike Trout today, and a lot of that action, a lot of the pitching was to the outside part of the plate. That's where he lived. I expect James to do the same, but because he doesn't have the 95-mile-an-hour fastball, I expect him to change speeds. So he may double up in location, but use the fastball in the changeup to hopefully get the result he wants.
First pitch was a changeup, low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
Kind of gives you that look like he's been in this situation before, doesn't he?
Sure does. 21 years old. Three and 0. 3 straight changeups to start the at bat.
James has sent an awful lot of information Mike's way already. He wants no part of Mike. See if he'll chase. That's all he's asking right now.
So first and third with Albert Pujols coming up. Very similar spot last night, and Pujols with his first go-ahead homer in the 6th or later as a member of the Angels. He had 41 as a member of the Cardinals. Elias also reporting it was the 7th time he had hit a trailing to leading home run in the 8th or later. We're in the 7th today as he faces James Russell.
That's the danger of putting Mike Trout on first base. He will run. James has got to pay him some attention.
The kick and the pitch. It's a strike.
And James can't preoccupy himself with Mike Trout at first base. I understand, yes, he's the go-ahead run. But again, you've got 2 outs in the inning. You got to focus on Albert Pujols right now. You've got to make the pitches to him and get that out.
Well, normally in years past, you'd say, well, if Trout steals second, you just walk Pujols, but arguably a more dangerous hitter on deck, at least this year. That's Mark Trumbo. The 0-1. Close, didn't get it. 1-1.
Very good point, Len, about Trumbo. I expect James to pitch very carefully here in this situation, regardless of the circumstances.
Russell ready. The 1-1. Well, that changeup he's used a lot here in this inning. Gets a swing and a miss to make it 1-2.
Yeah. James has had to lean on that changeup an awful lot this year because he's been exposed to the bigger inning. He's been exposed to the right-handed batters, to the middle of the lineup, and then part of that is certainly a pat on the back for James Russell and what he's become in the Cubs bullpen, but he has been asked this year to get some really, really big outs, and he's in another one of these jams again.
The 1-2 is line foul. There is a fan we're picking up on our crowd mic. Every time an Angel makes contact, she is screaming at the top of her lungs. The stamina is incredible. Every time.
I'll have to listen for that. It's like she's trying to beat the crowd to the punch.
Right. This will be caught. Diving catch, Ryan Sweeney.
Oh, baby.
And the Cubs maintain their lead. That ends the inning. And it's still 5-4 Cubs at the end of 7.
Are you paying attention? Because I haven't even gotten to the juicy part yet.
I have. It's tender, too.
Yeah? Sweet text back Spring Break 05. Like that narrows it down.
Everyone's talking about Dunkin's new juicy chicken sandwich. Grab one with barbecue or bacon and ranch today. America runs on Dunkin'.
You make a great team. It's been that way since the day you met. But your erectile dysfunction, it could be a question of blood flow. Cialis Tadalafil for daily use helps you be ready anytime the moment's right. You can be more confident in your ability to be ready. And the same Cialis is the only daily ED tablet approved to treat ED and symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently or urgently. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medications and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sexual activity. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess with Cialis. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or if you have any allergic reactions such as rash, hives, swelling of the lips, tongue, or throat, or difficulty breathing or swallowing, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and a 30-tablet free trial.
It's like lightning in a snowball.
It's like an iceberg volcano.
It's like a hot chocolate culotta.
Oh.
I just read the cup.
Hot chocolate goes chill with the Dunkin' Donuts Hot Chocolate Culotta. Hurry in and cool off today. America runs on Dunkin'.
Get your tickets for the 4th of July Millionaire Raffle on sale now at all Illinois lottery retailers. Let's break this down a little bit, how James pulled this off. Albert Pujols, one of the best in the business, starts him off a couple sliders low in the zone, changeup low in the zone. So you've seen 4 pitches now, and what's he do? Elevates cutter. Listen, Albert, good at bat right there, but you get a big play from your center fielder. Everything worked out well, and I really think the key to that inning right there, that pitch right there, that last one, that cutter up. 4 pitches down in the zone, last pitch up in the zone, changes Albert's eyes, hits it well. That's all you're supposed to do as a hitter. The Cubs get the out.
Right-hander Kevin Jepsen on here in the 8th. Navarro 2 out of 3 from the DH spot. We might see possibly Kevin Gregg for more than an inning today, considering the off day tomorrow. I think Dale's going to treat this like a playoff game with the Cubs having lost 3 in a row. And right now clinging to a 1-run lead.
And the need, that's right.
That's a strike 0-2.
Another big arm out of the Angels bullpen for Jepsen. He's got that big arm. 95 on the fastball. Will throw a cutter. Throw a little bit of a curveball.
Missed 38 games on the DL with a right shoulder strain. Hasn't allowed a run since coming back off the DL on May 26th.
This is called bouncing a slider into the stands. Catcher Chris Ionetta's face mask. About 10 rows deep.
Here's a 2-2 fouled back. So Jepson gets the 8th. Flotsam gets the 9th. Usually works the other way around. 2-2. Now full. Swing and a miss. One away. Tomorrow the Hawks are back on the ice in LA, and after game 4 you won't want to miss a second of Blackhawks post-game live on Comcast Sportsnet. Pat and Steve will bring you all the action from the West Coast as the Hawks look to take down the Kings on their path to the Stanley Cup Finals. Don't miss Blackhawks post-game live tomorrow after game 4 on Comcast Sportsnet. Big day for Ryan Sweeney. Although he's going to ground out here to Ibar. Go ahead RBI and a game-saving diving catch. That'll bring up Darwin Barney. Fastball strike. Just off the outside corner. Right-hander Blake Parker up in the Cubs bullpen. By the way, in that White Sox game, Addison Reed gave up the 5 runs. He got the win. Pitched the final 3 innings.
That's about right.
How about that?
They ran out of pitching, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I guess Casper Wells was next in line to pitch. Kyle Seager, according to Elias, first player to hit a game-tying grand slam in extras. As Barney strikes out, we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. The Cubs lead the Angels 5-4.
Don't take your eyes for granted. Trust them to Pearl Vision. For a limited time, buy 1 pair of glasses or prescription sunglasses and get another pair for free. Pearl Vision, caring for eyes since 1961.
How do you know it's a Quiznos sub? Quality ingredients like cilantro jalapeno slaw and applewood smoked pulled pork. That's how you know. Try the new barbecued pulled pork subs. Get a small for just $2.99 for a limited time. Only at Quiznos.
With DirecTV, you can watch your favorite team in crystal clear HD. Even listen to your hometown announcers from anywhere in the country.
A home run for Buster Posey.
Preview up to 8 live games at once on the same screen, or see the biggest plays from across the league on one channel. MLB Extra Innings delivers all this no matter where you live, now for the lowest price in 5 years. Call 1-800-GET-SPORTS, because when it comes to America's pastime, all eyes are on DirecTV.
Dish Network can claim what they want, but America consistently chooses DirecTV. For the best television experience, DirecTV beats Dish hands down. But don't just take our word for it. Over the last 3 years, for every customer Dish lost, DirecTV gained 24. In fact, more people chose DirecTV last year than all cable and satellite companies combined. Sorry, Dish. 30 million customers can't be wrong. Don't just watch TV, DirecTV.
White Sox A's, tomorrow night at 7 on Comcast Sportsnet.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan with a Sportsnet Central update. NHL suspended Duncan Keith of the Blackhawks for tomorrow night's Game 4 against the Kings because of his high stick on LA's Jeff Carter last night. And the Sox shut down starter Jake Peavy at least 4 to 6 weeks because of a fractured left rib. A recap of tonight's game comes your way on the post-game show. Holly will join me from out west. Now back to Len and Todd.
Thanks, Cap. Meet the Team, Have a Ball, presented by Bank of America, on Tuesday, June 11th at 2:30 p.m. Collect autographs on an authentic MLB baseball from the 2013 Cubs players and coaches in attendance. The annual event also provides the opportunity for Cubs fans to walk on the outfield grass, see your name on the Wrigley Field scoreboard. Limited tickets are available for $300 each. Proceeds benefit Chicago Cubs charities. To purchase tickets, visit Cubs.com.
First pitch strike on Mark Trumbo. Russell got the final 2 outs of the 7th. Worked around the 3-base error. High and deep, left center. Gone. A game-tying home run for Mark Trumbo. I don't think this will qualify in this category, but he's already hit 8 career homers of at least 450 feet. That was a towering blast.
Light tower power from Mark Trumbo. It's a hanging off speed pitch. I think it's a slider. I'll have a second look at it, but he is all over it. Ties this ball game up at 5.
His 14th homer of the year. As Hamilton pops it up. It'll be Starlin Castro for the out. Boy, Mark Trumbo and Albert Pujols last night, they can make ballparks look pretty small.
Well, they've got power in this lineup. It just hasn't been consistent enough, I think, for manager Mike Scioscia and the Angels, and really, that's just it. Power's going to come and go. You got to find other ways to score some runs, but when you need it most, they do have one of the most powerful lineups in the American League, and you see it just even when the names: Hamilton, Trumbo, Trout, Pujols. That was the idea behind this team. We failed to mention Howie.
Perfect
Kendrick.
Series so far for Kendrick. 6 for 6. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jam shot foul. He went. And they finally get him out.
Great pitch right there by James Russell, able to get inside on Howie. We've watched him all series long take baseballs middle in, go the other way, shoot him. A little cutter right there. Able to in under Howie Kendrick's hands right there to pick up the strikeout.
Switch hitting Alberto Callaspo will bat right-handed. Game-tying homer by Trumbo to lead off this inning. Fastball high. So it's up to both bullpens from here on out. No decisions for the starters. Garza 6 1/3, 4 runs. Vargas 5+, 5 runs. The 3-0 called strike.
He's working his way back into the count. Big 3-1 pitch right here for him to go to about the same spot.
Roll to Rizzo. Russell covering the bag. And the inning is over. Cubs bullpen now with 13 blown saves on the year. We'll go to the ninth. We're tied at 5.
Friday, Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson are back.
Classic Alanis.
In the Movie Entertainment Weekly calls another winner from the guys who brought you Wedding Crashers.
This is tapioca.
It happens all the time. Some would say it's the point.
The Internship, rated PG-13.
What's something that's slow that you wish was fast?
Turtle.
Really? A turtle?
Yeah.
And what about you?
I'd rather be a slow turtle.
Well,
I know why. Because when you're slower, you won't have to get in the street as fast and get ran over.
But if you're a slow turtle and you're in the middle of the street, what happens? Austin? Exactly.
It's not complicated. Faster is better. And AT&T is the nation's fastest 4G LTE network.
The good news, the world's most craveable burrito with flamin' hot Fritos chips, seasoned beef, and warm nacho cheese sauce is back. The bad news, not for long. Get as many as you can while you still can. It's Taco Bell's 99-cent Beefy Crunch Burrito.
This Friday.
Welcome to the Google Intern Competition.
Let's do this. They'll bring the system to its knees.
I could sell prosciutto to a rabbi, and I have.
And the world to its feet.
Classic Alanis.
The Internship, rated PG-13.
Saturday, spend your weekend with Cubs baseball on CSN. Northside ace Jeff Samardzija will be on the mound as the Cubs take on the division rivals Pirates. Wrigley Field coverage begins at 2:30 with Papa John's pregame live. Don't miss Cubs Pirates Saturday at 2:30 on Comcast Sportsnet.
We saw for Ernesto Frieri, they got the save last night, throwing nothing but fastballs. He's got a very good one. So he's given up 5 home runs on the year. Gave up a 1-out single to Darwin Barney, but had 2 strikeouts in the Angels' 4-3 win.
A very live arm from Ernesto Frieri. Fastball explodes into the strike zone. A lot of times you see a lot of swing and misses at the letters. Ball almost kind of rises as it gets to the plate. Nothing but fastballs last night.
Luis Valbuena will hit for Cody Ransom, who had a good day. 2 for 4, a double, and a game-tying 3-run homer for Ransom. So I guess instead of Valbuena being held for Ransom, it's Ransom being held for Valbuena.
Well, you're good.
One ball, no strikes. Was with a slider that time. First off-speed pitch he's made in the series, 2-1.
Doesn't throw many. More of the get-me-over variety. Trying to surprise the hitter. Hitter's got the book on him. He throws a ton of fastballs. Throws that get-me-over. Hitter won't swing at it. He doesn't recognize it. Backfired on him.
Leadoff walk, Luis Valbuena.
Nice AB from Luis Valbuena, drawing the leadoff walk back to last night's ball game. A lot of fastballs at the top of the strike zone. A lot of Cubs hitters chasing those fastballs. Nice adjustment by Luis.
His team leading 22nd walk. Every ball Anthony Rizzo's hit in this game has been on the ground for the first baseman Trumbo. Well, Trumbo holding on. Valbuena at the moment.
I'm just programming that over here, and it's a little noggin of mine. Maybe we can get one through that hole. Set it up first and third. Anthony's been out in front a little bit. Everything in the pull side today. You get something to handle from Ernesto Frieri. He will pull it as well.
Pitcher's strike on the outside corner. 0-1.
Tailing fastballs off the outside corner, both clearly off the plate. But he's going to have to make a little bit of an adjustment, cover that now.
The 0-2 fouled off.
Saw Anthony creep right there on that swing a little bit, kind of look out over the plate. When you know that the pitcher's getting away with something on the corner, whether it's 2 or 3 inches plus, you start looking out there. Well, the pitcher's probably going to go back out there as well. That's the adjustment that Anthony has to make inside this at bat. Frieri tried to go back there. He got 2 strikes on the corner. Tried to go out there again. This one just did smidge farther out. Take by Anthony.
Frieri will chat with his catcher Iannetta, and Eric Ibar once again really slowing it down here in a tie ball game late.
Sense a little bit of tension in the building. Pace is really slowed down, to your point.
The kick and the 2-2, another foul. Line to left, dipping in and out of the glove of J.B. Shuck. Would have been a trap either way. Cubs in business, 2 on, nobody out. Here comes Soriano.
Nice piece of hitting from Anthony Rizzo right there. Saw 5 fastballs on the outside corner, some off the corner, stays with it, drives it out there. Great effort by J.B. Shuck, but Anthony rewarded for the line drive to left. Cubs are in business.
Comes Mike Butcher.
But of course.
Did it hit the glove first? Yeah, he had a shot at it. Just couldn't
able to
pin it down.
Then I was laughing. I think Anthony might have been laughing too. Ernesto Frieri shaking off catcher Chris Iannetta. To what? Nothing but heaters.
Soriano pulls one foul past third. First and second, nobody out. Tie game in the ninth.
Sori's had great swings all day today. 2 doubles to right, a line out to left.
Valbuena at second, Rizzo at first, and an 0-2 is high. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good take by Soriano right there. Elevated fastball. This is the situation you're looking for, some contact, good positive contact. Doesn't have to be a base hit. Move the runners up, maybe a deep fly ball to right. Trying to find a positive out.
Popped him up, shallow right. Infield fly rule in effect as Kendrick makes a catch. That's a big first out for Frieri. He'll now face Scherholtz. In case you're wondering, that infield fly rule, and it became a huge controversy in a wild card game last year, Cardinals and Braves. Basically, once an infielder can camp under the ball, and you saw Kendrick basically was facing the infield, that call was made. Jeff Nelson made the call very late, swing and a miss by Scherholz. But once that right arm goes up from an umpire, the batter's automatically out. Tapped foul. 0-2.
Frieri, last couple hitters. Saw it right there with Nate Scherholz and Alfonso Soriano trying to factor in a few more off-speed pitches, trying to get the Cubs hitters off his fastball a little bit.
Here it is. Fouled off to the left. Look at that. Lefties way under 100. Robert Coelho up in the home bullpen. Another 0-2. Scherholz, I don't know how he got a piece of it, but he did to stay alive.
Nate Scherholz was either going to hit that ball foul or it was going to hit him.
Caught by Cayaspo. 2 away. And it's up to Wellington Castillo.
Frieri going to the top of the strike zone right there with Scherholz to get that pop-up.
Golden opportunity here in the ninth. Cubs put the first 2 men on. First pitch popped up back of short. It's Eric Ibar, and the inning is over. Cubs blow a chance here in the ninth. They get the go-ahead run in. We go to the last of the ninth, 5-5.
This is the kind of food I love to cook. I'm very excited about making the shrimp and lobster pot pie. We never cooked anything like this before.
Introducing Red Lobster Seaside Mix and Match. Combine any 2 of 7 exciting choices on one plate for just $12.99. Like new Cheddar Bay shrimp and lobster pot pie and new Parmesan crunch shrimp. Plus salad and unlimited Cheddar Bay biscuits. Combine any 2 for just $12.99.
For the Seaside Mix and Match, we're really mixing it up. There's just so many combinations to try. I'm Stuart Harrington, Red Lobster line cook, and I see food differently.
Honda Civic keeps getting better. Now with more standard features than ever before. It's the best Civic yet. Only at your Honda dealer.
You should be asking yourself, what is sweetness? Without a little bite. Be careful, Angus.
Cubs out hitting the Angels 13-8. But right now just trying to push this game into extra innings. Luis Valbuena started that inning with a walk. He's now playing third, and rookie right-hander Hector Rondon charged with getting this game into extras.
Hector, fastball, slider, will throw the occasional cutter. Out number 1 is going to be big here. Bottom of the 9th.
Eight, 9, and 1 for the Angels. Iannetta, Shuck, and Ibar. Paid crowd 30,171. You got to throw Iannetta strikes. Talked about his patience throughout this series. He is 1 for 3 in this one. Good start, 93 on the fastball for a strike.
Wellington probably going to keep. Wellington Castillo probably going to keep Hector Rondon outside out there on that outer third.
One and two.
Angels have the lineup that can change this game with one swing of the bat. Sun is starting to set out here. Right back out there again.
Missed his spot, no problem. 2 and 2.
Don't want to walk the leadoff hitter, Chris Iannetta. Start flirting with trouble. Bottom of the lineup, wraps around to the top. Ibar, Trout, Pujols.
Carlos Gonzalez hit 3 home runs. Troy Tulowitzki had 2 and went 5 for 5 as the Rockies beat the Reds 12-4 in Cincinnati.
Wasn't even in Colorado.
So they win 2 of 3 in that series. The pitch. Ball 4. Get a pinch runner here for Iannetta. Chris Nelson.
Ideal situation. Manager Mike Scioscia and the Angels, how they put their lineup together. Eric Ibar at the top, JB Shuck at the bottom. Both can handle the bat very well. Both will bunt, can situational hit, put the ball in play, hit and run, do different things. Mike Scioscia does that on purpose. Probably going to see some action here in some way, shape, or form.
Shuck thought he had his first career home run in the 2nd inning. Ball that was near the foul pole in right. Originally, it was called a homer. Then they went to video review and it was overturned. He would end up grounding out as he squares to bunt, takes ball 1. We're going to look at it a couple of times before we could really tell, but it was foul, and they got the call right. Matt Garza knew it right off the bat.
And you know what, Len, that call, I think if you were on the foul side of the line, it was much harder to tell. Matt, being in fair territory, had a much better view of it.
There's a bunt. And the play has to go to first. It goes 1-4 on the sacrifice.
Nelson moves into scoring position for the Angels.
So it's Ibar against Rondon.
0 for 4 on the afternoon. Shade him to left in the outfield. Valbuena in on the grass.
A 1-0 pitch. Been blocked by Castillo. Paramount here in this spot. You don't want to put that winning run at third with 1 out. There's Trout on deck.
Trying to feed off Ibar's aggressiveness. He is one of your more aggressive leadoff hitters. Rondon bounced a couple sliders, first 2 pitches.
Kind of goes back to the idea of protection in a lineup, and I don't really think it exists. I think for the most part, teams attack hitters individually. There are occasions where we'll be a little more careful with a guy, but I don't think Mike Trout in the on-deck circle is necessarily protecting Ibar. Rondon will be throwing the ball right down the middle.
Exactly. I agree with you, Len. But you do try to pitch to tendencies. And when you mean tendencies, guys who will swing the bat, who want to swing the bat in big moments.
A chopper here. Ibar runs well. Barney gets him. 2 away. A great body control. Darwin Barney knew he had to get rid of it in a hurry. No bobble at all. And a huge second out.
Big play from Darwin Barney. Gets a great break on the ball. Charges it well. As you can see right here, starts to turn his shoulders, get himself in position so that he can get rid of the ball quicker. Knows it's going to be a bang-bang play at first. Ibar hustling down the line. Gets him by a step. You see the footwork right there. Already starts to turn that left shoulder in just a little bit. Get open so he can make that throw, and there you go. Gets him by a step.
Dale will go with his closer, Kevin Gregg, to try to push this game into the 10th. The Honda call to the pen will be back.
Chili's $20 dinner for 2. Try our new Chipotle chicken flatbread made fresh to order with a drizzle of Chipotle pesto and a crispy house-baked crust. And that's just the appetizer. Chili's $20 dinner for 2. More life happens here.
When we created the Acura RLX, we decided to take the other road. We believe luxury isn't about bling or flash. Courage invites critics. Go ahead. Future innovations are born from conversations. And sometimes the road that's less traveled is the one that surprises you. Introducing the Acura RLX.
Jack Link's Jerky presents Snackin' with Sasquatch.
Feed your wild side.
At Jiffy Lube, we're highly trained in more ways than one, from oil changes, entire rotations, to ridiculous slam dunks. We also have access to vehicle manufacturer recommendations to service practically every make and model. Not to mention, we use the advanced technology of Pennzoil motor oil. 20 million people count on us. Visit jiffylube.com/TV for deals in a location near you.
It's a Honda call to the pen, and it's a former Angel, Kevin Gregg, putting together an excellent campaign.
6 for 6 in save opportunities. Fastball slider splitty. 90-92 on the fastball.
Originally drafted by the Oakland A's, but his big league debut was with the Angels. Runner at third, 2 outs. Mike Trout the batter. The runner is Chris Nelson.
You've got to be real careful here if you're the Cubs infielders. You have to respect Mike Trout's speed. Chopper over the mound. Don't want to get caught playing too deep.
Gregg pitched with the Angels in 03 through 06. Here's 1-0 off the plate outside. Pujols on deck.
Got a couple bases to play with here. Ideally, like to go after Trout, get him out. You don't have to bend just yet.
2-1.
What you look to do, Len, make pitchers pitches in this spot. Don't give in. This is not where you want to see a fastball down the middle of the plate. You've got pitches to work with. You've got bases. The winning run's at third, and you've got 2 bases open.
Here it is. Well, back-to-back pitcher strikes. It's 2-2.
It's what Kevin Gregg has been so good at all season long for the Cubs. You see it right there. Not giving in, getting to the corner.
Gregg ready. Swing and a miss. He got him. We will go to the 10th. Tied at 5 apiece.
With the new Subway $4 lunch, you so got it made. Tons of fully loaded 6-inch subs and 21-ounce drinks to choose from. Just $4 all day, every day.
Subs made just the way I say. I got it made.
Yep, the spicy Italians included, the meatball marinara, the egg and cheese omelet, and many more. And it's always made exactly the way you say. You so got it made. Hurry in today for the new Subway $4 lunch.
At Subway.
Hey, look, shooting star. Make a wish.
I wish we could lie here forever.
I wish this test drive was over, so we could head back to the dealership.
It's practically yours.
Test drive.
But we still need your signature. Volkswagen Sign Then Drive is back, and it's never been easier to get a Jetta. That's the power of German engineering. It's 0 down, 0 do-it signing, 0 deposit, and 0 first month's payment on any new Volkswagen. Visit VWDealer.com today.
You'll probably never bat in the 9th inning of Game 7. Or have to make a shot with 20,000 fans screaming at you. Or choreograph an original touchdown dance. But you do have a sport, and every weekend is your chance to take the field. Lowe's, never stop improving.
Extra innings are presented by Jack Link's Beef Jerky all season long. Jack Link's Beef Jerky. Feed your wild side. New battery for the Angels. Hank Conger is in to catch after Iannetta was lifted for a pinch runner. And Robert Coelho, who has spanned 19 and walked just 2, will do the pitching. Starlin Castro will lead it off. Coelho got the victory last night.
Coelho fastball, slider, split finger.
Scoreless 8th last night on a hit and 1 strikeout. Here's a pitch. It's a strike and a fastball. That's one way to hide the ball. Put that glove right in front of your face. I don't think there's any funny business going on, but when the glove is that close to your face, you could do a lot of interesting things to the ball. Nobody would know.
It's a very good point, Len. I didn't really think about that.
Two, he got him. I don't know if that was that hybrid forkball or not. It looked like a hanging breaking ball. Boy, they really handcuffed Conger.
Which
that
leads
is a
me
nasty pitch.
It leads me to believe it's the hybrid split finger fastball right there.
Well, let's see if it spins. No, that's okay. That's a breaking ball. Boy, it was so bad it was good.
I think that's
that
the
wasn't
wrong
the right pitch.
pitch.
Yeah. Navarro takes ball 1. Here's a strikeout pitch. Yeah. Look at this.
Comes in like a knuckleball.
Yeah.
Ties up Starlin Castro and Hank Conger. Seen the game from Coelho. Fastballs on the corner trying to set up that split finger / slider combination. Those are his knockout pitches. Fastball velocity about 90-91 miles an hour. Does not want to make a mistake with that. He's going to miss. He's going to miss away.
3-1. It's a 1-out walk. And Julio Bourbon will run for Navarro. He reached base 3 out of 5 times. Ryan Sweeney, strike one.
Julio looking for a spot to run. And he kind of presets that hybrid splitty, which again is not something a base runner can pick up on.
Well, if you could pick a pitch to run on, though, considering the Angels catchers have had trouble handling that pitch, it would be a good one to run on.
Certainly. Forces their hand a little bit here.
I mean, you're basically catching a knuckleballer without an extra big glove. I guess you have that option when you know Coelho's pitching. I don't know if Conger's got a bigger glove than usual or not.
I think he does.
Like, yeah. The non-knuckle knuckler. Oh, 2. So this might be the time to think about it, with that pitch being a big-time possibility.
Well, you're going to have to pick a spot to try, regardless. You didn't bring Julio in to stand at first base. I mean, that's just, it's really that simple.
Not running, called strike 3. Sweeney might have been waiting for the splitter, never got it. 2 down.
I believe Ryan Sweeney was right here. Fastball away. Pretty good pitch to take. Looking for that split finger fastball. Doesn't get it. Darwin Barney 1 for 5 on the day.
From the leadoff spot in the lineup. Knocked in a run with a ground out in the 3rd. We're now in the 10th. Cubs are 2-2 in extras. The Angels 3-2. Borbone takes off. Ground ball. Base hit. Borbone will keep on moving to 3rd. Here comes Luis Valbuena.
I was thinking a little baseball bingo might be in order there on the first pitch. You knew Julio was going to run at some point. Darwin not trying to get to the splitty, might jump on a first pitch fastball. Good to see right there. Able to bang it into left field for the base hit. Julio gets himself all the way around to 3rd. Cubs are in business with 2 outs.
Mike Butcher, the pitching coach, out to talk it over. Entire Angels infield right now on the mound.
If you're the Cubs, I don't want to state the obvious, Len, but you kind of want to get it right here. You've got a great situation, obviously 1st and 3rd, 2 outs, but you've got your closer out. You've got him in the game right now. Greg's out there. You want to make it stand up. You'd love to hand him a lead.
Greg got out of the 9th inning by striking out Mike Trout. Kayaspo in at 3rd as Barney steals 2nd without a throw.
Darwin fooling around a little bit, almost as though he was trying to draw a throw.
The 1-0 pitch, low and outside. Valbuena came in to pinch hit in the 9th and walked, now playing third.
When you start to think how this breaks down, you've got to feel like you can eliminate that split finger pitch right now. You've got the runner on third base. You saw Hank Conger struggle with the strikeout on that pitch.
He got the fastball and he took it. It's 2-1.
I mean, that's the key to hitting, deductive reasoning. I mean, you know that he's probably not wanting to fire that in there, that split finger at any point. He's got the runner on third. You don't want to see the wild pitch let in the run. So as a hitter, you're thinking fastball. Eliminate that splitting.
Rizzo on deck, 3-1 on Valbuena.
No activity in the Angels bullpen.
Swing and a miss. He aired it out on that 3-1 pitch. Now 3-2. A little bit of a cut on that fastball. The 3-2. Another fastball bounced foul.
Nice job by Luis Valbuena right there to get to that. You're right, Len. I've seen a little bit of cut on that, a little late action. Tough pitch pouring in on his hands. These games are tough. You start in the middle of the afternoon, late. You start picking up at bats. Body starts to break down a little bit. Got to dig deep. Got to grind your way through it.
Another payoff delivery, and that's ball 4 to load the bases. So 3 on for Anthony Rizzo. Singled his last time up. 1 out of 5 on the night.
Game plan does not change here. Anthony still looking fastball, fastball, fastball.
Here we go. High. Ball 1. Bourbon at third, Barney at second, Valbuena at first. Game plan has to change for Coelho. He no longer has a base open.
Well, he's lost a lot of leverage. That's exactly what goes on. And for Cubs hitters, understanding runners in scoring position, the advantage that you have is that you have the leverage. You can keyhole. You can say, listen, this is where I need the fastball to be for me to swing. And if it's not there, let it alone. You're ahead in the count. It doesn't mandate swing. Swing 2-0, 1-0. You don't have to do it. That's where you tighten up your zone. You don't expand it.
Outside. 2 balls, no strikes. A 23-pitch 10th inning for Coelho. 2-1.
Yeah.
Former Cub Jerome Williams just found out he was going to the bullpen and There he is, loosening up. Rizzo swings. Fair ball. They're going to get at least 2. Borbon is in. Barney scores. Valbuena around third. That's a 3-run double.
Anthony Rizzo, 5th time's the charm. 4 ground balls today to first base. Gets a 2-1 fastball on the inside corner. Rips it down the right field line. Unloads those bases. Cubs lead 8-5. Anthony Rizzo, good discipline here. Getting ahead in the count. And chase just a little bit right there, but that's the fastball you were waiting for, young man, and you got it. Didn't miss it. The 6th at bat of the afternoon. Talk about defining moments about young players. And guys, as we watch Anthony Rizzo grow up and kind of be the pillar that the Cubs hope he becomes, those are at bats right there that will define him moving forward.
So Mike Sosa will go with his 8th pitcher of the night, and it'll be Jerome Williams. It's a Honda call to the pen. 8-5 Cubs in the 10th. We'll be back.
How do you know it's a Quiznos sub? Quality ingredients like cilantro jalapeno slaw and applewood smoked pulled pork. That's how you know. Try the new barbecued pulled pork subs. Get a small for just $2.99 for a limited time. Only at Quiznos.
Put more into your summer with a 2013 GMC Sierra. And now get a Sierra with more standard features like StabiliTrak and Eaton rear locking differential. More confidence with America's best pickup coverage, including 2 years of scheduled maintenance. And more value with up to $6,000 on this Sierra PowerTech when you use your package discount. Or current GMC owners trade up for a total value of $8,500. The only thing there won't be more of are 2013 GMC Sierras. Once they're gone, they're gone.
Yes, 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 yes! Yes! We did it! Yes, we did it! Yeah, we did it!
Yeah, see you, bud. Later.
Honey, who was that?
Who, that guy? I don't know.
Get caught up in the excitement. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Hey, who's this?
It's a Honda call to the pen. And former Cub Jerome Williams did a nice job in the rotation. Now in the bullpen.
There we go. That's Anthony Rizzo turning on that 2-1 fastball. Oh, how this day started and, well, hopefully how it ends. Anthony, 2 best at bats of the series have come late here in this ball game. Right now he's the difference maker.
8 relief appearances for Williams before he jumped into their rotation on May 5th. 1.69 relief ERA. And low to Soriano. 8-5. The Cubs have the lead.
Jerome, very similar circumstances to Carlos Villanueva. Maybe a little better suited for this in that predominantly 92-93 on the fastball.
Swing and a miss on a cutter. to the big leagues for Williams. He did not pitch at this level in 08, 09, or 2010. 1-2. Third year with the Angels and a sub-4 ERA.
Well, credit to him, the perseverance. Maintaining the hope and the dream of getting back to the big leagues someday. Being rewarded with that.
One, two. Fly ball to right. Hamilton has it. A 2-out. Bases clearing double for Anthony Rizzo. And the Cubs lead 8-5 in the 10th.
Jack Link's Beef Jerky presents Messin' with Sasquatch. Jack Link's Jerky. Feed your wild side.
Ask anyone from just about anywhere, and they'll tell you about their DQ. There'll be stories about road trips, chicken strips, and a blizzard served upside down. But what they're really saying is they're a fan. So here's to our fans, the local heroes and local legends, the next in line and the next generation. At DQ, we don't make fast food. We make fan food.
Outdoor living spaces come to life when designed with Unilock products made with EnduraColor. For a free estimate and design consultation, join us online at unilock.com. Unilock, designed to connect.
Well, if you're joining us back in Chicago, you've missed a doozy. Howie Kendrick, 2-run home run to right center field. Starts the scoring for the Angels. Cubs are going to battle back. Cody Ransom's going to tie it at 4 with a home run down the left field line. Take the lead right there, Ryan Sweeney. Lob wedge to left, 5-4 lead. Here come the Angels. They're going to roar back. Mark Trumbo with that light tower power touches one off. Hit of the night. Anthony Rizzo unloads the bases with a ringing double down the right field line.
So Kevin Gregg tries to get the win now. A curveball strike on Albert Pujols. Pujols, Trumbo, Hamilton with a 3-run cushion here in the 10th. Fastball low and outside.
Well, we've moved past the twilight hours. Night is setting in.
Popped him up, and it'll be Nate Scherholtz, shallow right. We'll bring up the guy who tied the game in the 8th, Trumbo. That long home run.
Well, he can't do that again. So there.
This is true. Quickly 0-2.
Kevin Gregg working fast, throwing strikes. He's got the lead. He knows what to do with it.
sure what the issue is here, considering Trumbo swung and missed, but somebody in the Angels dugout is letting Corey Blazer have it. Splitter in the dirt.
Maybe the first pitch of the at bat.
Left center and deep, and gone. Mark Trumbo with a couple of home runs today. It's 8-6.
Second home run of the game.
Sounded like the Blackhawks just scored. Here's our Ford home run replay. Trumbo with his 15th.
It's a nice swing. And you see that power that he possesses. The good news is nobody was on base.
Foul tip, 1-1. One Chicago team had a 5-run extra inning lead, couldn't hold it before eventually winning the game later. 1-2.
This is really what you want to see your closer continue to do, despite the home run. Pound the strike zone with strikes.
And he got him. 2 down.
Got Josh Hamilton right there on the split finger fastball. I see it out of the hand right there and explode at the plate. Gets down to his shoe tops. Comes up with no contact.
Kendrick 3 for 4 with a home run. Breaking ball inside.
He has been locked in all series long.
Greg with a 1-1. 4 hits for Kendrick. That'll bring the tying run to the plate. Boy, what a series for Howie Kendrick. 7 for 8.
Well, James Russell really is the only person that made a bit of adjustment late in the count, willing to go inside and try to get in there underneath Howie's hands. Those pitchers have thrown him out over the plate, and Howie has just stayed inside the baseball so well. Almost as though we're watching the same type of hit repeatedly. I mean, line drive to right, line drive to right.
Kayaspo with 2 outs. Ball 1. Ball 2. Kayaspo a switch hitter. Hank Conger on deck. Also a switch hitter. – 3-0.
Kevin's got to find it right here. Would rather deal with Kayaspo than Conger.
Ball 4 with Kendrick running. Conger homered on Sunday against the Astros. Nine homers. They've all been left-handed for the switch hitting catcher.
Well, he's got some pop.
That's 9 in his career, 3 this season. And we'll get a pinch runner. And it'll be Brendan Harris. Another former Cub. And his big league debut in 04.
All right, here we go.
First and second, 2 outs. Here's a pitch. Breaking ball, strike. He was trying to end it with that swing. 0-2.
Yeah, he backed it up. Went with the curveball again. Back to back. Nice weapon to have against somebody off the bench. Guys off the bench, they're looking for that fastball. He's able to back up a couple curveballs and get ahead 0-2. Nice pitching, Kevin Gregg.
Here's a pitch. Ooh. A little bit wide. 1-2.
A lot of late life. He hit the glove.
Good knockdown. You don't want to put both guys in scoring position. At which point a single could tie it up.
Nothing is easy.
Never is.
All right, here we go. 2-2, 2 outs. Love to get a strike here. Have action, whatever it is. You put the runners in motion, you go to 3-2. This is your pitch. This is it. Make it happen now.
Gregg's 2-2. Now a full count, and as you mentioned, runners will be in motion. The key guys at first, that's Harris, the tying run.
Yeah, you give him a jump start on anything in the outfield. Kevin's got to make a pitch right here.
A 3-2 on the way, swing and a miss. Cubs win. Cubs win 8-6. The final score in 10 innings. So they earn a split of this short 2-game series. Anthony Rizzo with a game-winning hit. Kevin Gregg gets a victory.
Oh, he did a nice job right there, going back to what started that last at-bat against Conger. 2 curveballs to get ahead 0-2. Messed around a little bit, took it to 3-2, went right back to that curveball again, gets the big strikeout.
So the Cubs end their 3-game losing streak. And our GMC professional grade player of the game is Anthony Rizzo.
Well, no surprise there. His best work came late in this ball game. A line drive base hit to left in his 5th at bat. And right there, the big bases clearing double down the right field line. Gives the Cubs the 8-6 win.
Nice job, Todd.
Had a lot of fun with you,
working with you. Excellent work. So for Holly and our entire crew, Len Caspers saying so long from Angels Stadium. Final score 8-6 Cubs in 10. We're back with you Saturday 2:30 from Wrigley Field against the Pirates. We're not done yet. Blue Cross Blue Shield Cubs post-game live is next.
Hi, everyone. Alongside Mark Shadowski, I'm Kip Lewis. Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield, is up next. But stick around for Sportsnet Central, presented by GMC afterwards.
Find out the Blackhawks will have to play Game 4 in L.A. tomorrow night without their top defenseman. We'll tell you how the coaches will try to adjust to the absence of Duncan Keith, and also how they'll try to get Patrick Kane more involved on the offensive end.
And you don't want to miss the highlights of tonight's White Sox game. The Sox and Mariners make history in a 16-inning, 5.5-hour marathon, and why tomorrow is a huge day for Theo Epstein era on the north side.
The Cubs barely got any work in. It was only about 4 hours and 15 minutes. It's all coming up later on Sportsnet Central, but first, it's David Kaplan. He'll be joined by Todd Hollandsworth from L.A. Cubs post-game live in the on-deck circle.
Jack Link's Beef Jerky presents Messin' with Sasquatch. Jack Link's Jerky. Feed your wild side.
Great. You're approved. I'll go get your paperwork.
Go check your license.
Thanks. We're big fans of the Chicago Blackhawks. Just right there.
Show your loyalty with the BMO Harris Blackhawks Debit MasterCard. BMO Harris Bank, proud sponsor and loyal fan of the Chicago Blackhawks.
If you want the best of baseball all season long, Xfinity from Comcast gives you the best seat in the house. With MLB Network, you get live games 4 nights a week, plus 24/7 insider coverage and live look-ins every night. This is MLB Network on Xfinity. This is awesome. Sign up for the Xfinity HD Preferred XF Triple Play with MLB Network, or ask about other bundles starting at only $99 a month for 12 months. Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Some people might think we're set in our ways, that we're old-fashioned. We couldn't agree more. For 140 years, Coors Banquet has only been brewed in Golden, Colorado, with pure Rocky Mountain water and the best high country barley. With us, old-fashioned has never gone out of style. Coors, the banquet beer.
It was a rarity, especially here on the south side. The whole family, Cubs fans. Sometimes we're outnumbered, but we stay strong. What better way to show my love and appreciation for all the good times I've had, you know, being a Cubs fan. I want to show off how much I love the Cubs. This is me. This is how I do it. The Cubs win the World Series. I'm going to get the tattoo of the trophy on my left forearm, maybe even the chrome on my head. It's going somewhere. Some people have been like, you're insane. No, I love the Cubs.
Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online, only at southwest.com. Your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealers, as reliable as the cars themselves. AT&T, rethink possible. Xfinity Home, your total home security and home control solution. Menards, save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. And by Audi, truth in engineering. This is Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross and Blue Shield.
Rizzo swings. Fair ball. They're going to get at least 2. Bourbona's in. Barney scores. Valbuena around third. That's a 3-run double.
Anthony Rizzo, the big hit tonight. The Cubs beat the Angels to split the brief 2-game series. 8-6, your final. Hello, welcome to Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield. I'm David Kaplan. Let's go right back out to Anaheim, bring in my partner, Todd Hollinsworth, who called the game tonight with Len. Holly, good win for the Cubs. You battle back after a tough loss last night. Anthony Rizzo's big hit has got to be a shot of adrenaline to the club.
No, absolutely. You talk about big wins or chemistry wins or however you want to make it up. This is a team right now that is searching for those wins. And you go to last night's ball game and you think, okay, we had that game, we held on to it all night long, and we lost it late. Sometimes you watch teams come back the next day and they fall flat, but not the Cubs. The Cubs played great baseball today. They came out with a good game plan against Jason Vargas. He was working the outside corner. You saw the willingness from Cubs hitters to be patient, to take pitches, to go the other way. They were able to get themselves into this game, then kind of hold on to a lead late, give it back, and then go find a way to win a ball game. I mean, this is a huge win. It certainly is going to be a long flight home, but it's much better with this win.
Well, let's talk about the Cubs' 10th inning, because they go to extras and they have their opportunity, and Anthony Rizzo delivers. But here's how the 10th inning began. You get the leadoff man on and you see her with 1 out. You get a walk, you get a man on, and you see how walks come back to haunt you. There's a base hit. Now you're in business with runners at the corner, but you still have to deliver. And after you walk the bases full, Valbuena's at first. Anthony Rizzo turns on one, Holly, and pulls it right down the right field line. Real nice piece of hitting.
Now, there's 2 things that really stood out for me in the 10th inning. Number one, the quality of at-bats from the Cubs. They put together nice at-bats. Julio Bourbon came in the ballgame to run. You saw Darwin Barney, first pitch swinging. You get first and third. Luis Valbuena puts together a real nice at-bat, although there were a couple pitches I was a little concerned with him swinging at there. But again, draws the walk, and then you get to Anthony Rizzo, who himself put together another good at-bat. The Cubs have done this all year. It's those moments at the beginning of the game that you scream for, like, why don't they do more of this early in ball games? But they have done it late, and again, you see it today. Anthony Rizzo goes 0 for 4 to start his day and grounds out to the first baseman 4 times in a row, lines a base hit to right in his 5th at bat, and comes up with the hit of the day. The 3-run scoring triple down the right field line. And again, deductive reasoning. I was talking about it during the broadcast. The splitty being a big factor for Coelho, not being able to go to it because he made trouble for himself with all the runners on base. So again, if you're a Cubs hitter, you're going up there sitting on one pitch. You're looking dead red. Anthony gets it. But then you know what the elite do in our game, the best of the best. They execute. They come through with that big hit. Anthony Rizzo did just that tonight.
All right, now heading into tonight's game, Holly, your key, sponsored by Blue Cross and Blue Shield, was Power Surge. Top of the 5th, Cubs down 4-1. 2 men on for Cody Ransom. And the third baseman hits one down the left field line, just stays fair. 3-run jack ties it. Ransom's 5th home run. It tied the game at 4. Todd?
Well, the power surge, what I was really talking about is Jason Vargas and how their approach was going to be against him. You look at his career, he's had some opportunities to be touched up. If you go looking back at Vargas from last year, he had a good season, but he gave up 35 home runs. We had a late afternoon game here in Anaheim where the ball was flying just a little bit more than it was last night. I felt it was a real good opportunity for the Cubs bats to come to life and hopefully get themselves some pitch where they can drive. Doubles in the gap, triples, home runs. That's how the Cubs have scored. They haven't done nearly collectively all season long maybe the best job stringing the innings together, but they have slugged with the best in the business, and I was hoping that would be a factor today. You see it. Cody Ransom being the greatest example of all. I really felt like the Cubs put together nice at-bats against Vargas. He was living on the outside corner. He was trying to stay away from the middle of the plate. The Cubs made the adjustment. Cody got a pitch up. He hits the big 3-run home run, gets this game tied, and you watched top to bottom in the lineup, guys put together at bats. Alfonso Soriano, 2 doubles the other way. I mean, you could see it in his eyes and in his approach. He was going to lead with the knob. He was going to stay inside the baseball, and he was going to drive balls to right all night long. It was a good approach from these guys. It was a good game and a great win, again, after losing last night.
All right, our Subway winning box score, and this one belongs to the Chicago Cubs. Darwin Barney, 2 for 6. Scored a couple, had an RBI. Cody Ransom, 2 for 4 with a double, a home run. Scored a run, drove in 3. Rizzo, 2 for 6. Soriano, 2 for 6. He got a couple hits out of Deoner Navarro. Ryan Sweeney, a couple hits, and a huge catch. A diving grab that at the time protected a 1-run lead. Who was your star tonight? Because I know Rizzo came up with a big hit, but Ryan Sweeney was a big key.
Ryan Sweeney had a big catch, and he had great at-bats all throughout this series. I can't work away from Anthony Rizzo, though. I mean, he gets the biggest hit of the ball game in the biggest spot, the 2-out bases loaded rally. He'd set himself up by getting ahead 2-1, gets the fastball, and then I talk about executing. He did it. It's that simple. You look at the best in our business, it's sometimes coming through when it's so glaringly obvious what you're going to get and then executing it. Not everybody can do that at this level, and we talk about the 85% pool. That's most major leaguers. You have a select few that belong at the top, maybe that 15%. And Anthony Rizzo, for me, is really starting to creep into that area. He's getting big hits for this team right now, and you look at this game, 0 for 4, 4 ground outs to first base today, and a lot of hitters would have given up on today's ball game. He comes through, he ends up with the biggest base hit of all, ends up getting himself a couple knocks. This isn't taking anything away from Sweeney. He had a fantastic 2-game set here, but collectively the Cubs, I think, really in this series started to put together some at-bats. I'll say this, it's a shame they have a day off tomorrow. I would like to see what they would bring to the table, say, against the Pirates if they got to play tomorrow.
Holly, travel safely. See you back here in the studio this weekend.
Sounds good, Cappy. Take care, bud.
All right, there he is, our guy Todd Hollandsworth filling in for Jim Deshaies. It's time for a break here on Cubs Post Game Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield. And with Todd in California, stay tuned. Watch the interns take over later in the show.
Left the darkness, light a fire for the silent and the broken hearted. Won't you stand up, stand up, stand up? Won't you stand up, you girls and boys? Won't you stand up, stand up, stand up? Won't you stand up and use your voice?
At Sports Authority, we have all the name brands you love, like Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, and The North Face. We carry fitness equipment, camping, bikes, baseball, and more. We offer a rewards program, The League, which earns you 5% back. And we'll match prices with our ad price match promise. So why do we do it? Because we love sports just as much as you do. All the best brands, all the best value. Sports Authority, all things sporting good.
If you want the best of baseball all season long, Xfinity from Comcast gives you the best seat in the house. With MLB Network, you get live games 4 nights a week, plus 24/7 insider coverage and live look-ins every night. This is MLB Network on Xfinity. This is awesome. Sign up for the Xfinity HD Preferred XF Triple Play with MLB Network, or ask about other bundles starting at only $99 a month for 12 months. Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
It's time to head someplace new, wherever that may be. The all-new 2014 Mitsubishi Outlander with advanced safety technologies, 31 miles per gallon and room for 7. It's never been easier to find your own lane.
Great day for a move.
Yeah, you want to help?
Nah, I'm good. Hey, I still owe you that $500?
Yeah, and a lawnmower.
You've got DirecTV.
Yeah.
Call them. They'll hook up your new pad with phone and super fast internet, and you can get that whole home DVR upgrade for free. I just saved you over $500. It's like you owe me now.
The Movers Deal. Call now to bundle, plus get our most advanced DVR upgrade for free.
It's our pride
in the red, white, and blue. It's our commitment that always comes shining through. It's everything that you need. The hardest working people in America find value at Farm and Fleet.
Great fight. Is it true you're teaming up with Curry Ford?
Yeah, it's true. Two great fighters joining forces to save you money.
What do you mean?
Curry Ford is a price fighter. They'll knock the competition down so low, they can't get up. Just like me, we're always fighting to get you the best deal.
What's next, price fighter?
We're gonna knock out the competition. Oh, sorry, dude. Get a little carried away.
Curry Ford on Lincoln Highway in Frankfort. The undisputed price fighter. Call 866-YES-FORD for a knockout deal.
Knocked in 6 bombs and a 464 BA. Freddie Freeman, 9 knocked in with 3 home runs and a 345 batting average. Paul Goldschmidt continues smoking hot over at first for the D-backs. 9 RBIs, 8 runs scored, 407. Who's icy cold? Shin Soo Choo, scuffling big time. 5 for his last 27. Russell Martin, 3 for his last 22 for a $136. Dan Ugla, 8 Ks, a $133, 2 for 15. Check out our Sports Authority play of the game. For that, we go to the top of the 10th. Game tied at 5. Bases juiced, 2 outs for the Riz. Anthony Rizzo comes through. Shot down the first baseline. Borbone, Barney, Valbuena all come in to score. Rizzo with a double. Cubs take what turns out to be an insurmountable 8-5 lead. We got to take another timeout. We'll come back. Cubs post-game live, presented by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois.
Recently, Forbes.com reviewed luxury cars and liked what they saw in the Acura ILX. They noted its luxurious interior and were impressed with the way the ILX performed. When all was said and done, they named the ILX one of their hottest new cars for 2013. And that was before they saw this incredible offer.
Visit your local Acura dealer. Luxury, intelligently priced.
The Acura ILX. Luxury, highly recommended.
Look at him, living on cloud nine with that U-verse wireless receiver.
You see, in my day, when my mom was repainting the house, you couldn't just set up a TV in the basement. I mean, come on.
Nope. We only watched TV in the rooms that had a TV outlet.
Yeah, if we wanted to watch TV someplace else, we'd have to go to my Aunt Sally's. Have you ever sat in a plastic-covered couch?
You're missing a good game over here.
Those kids wouldn't have lasted one day in our shoes.
Add a wireless receiver. Call to get Uverse TV for just $19 a month with qualifying bundles. Rethink possible.
Save big money during Menards' 11% sale.
Receive an 11% rebate on all your purchases all this week.
Keep your pool clean with Utichem Pool Chemicals. Algicide is $2.66 a gallon after 11% rebate. Store bikes, mowers, and more with Suncast storage units. The 8x10-foot Tremont is $799 after 11% rebate.
Hurry in now and save big money.
With an 11% rebate on everything in the store.
Save big money at Menards.
I'm a contractor. It's a good feeling to build something. I can build anything.
I don't see it.
Clients aren't always visual, so visual aids are important.
Like brochures, posters, proposals.
Oh, I see it.
Have to look good.
I print all my stuff at the UPS store down the street.
They help me with everything.
He likes it.
Business is good.
Switch to TCF Bank and start saving today. TCF Bank. Surprisingly simple.
When you only make SUVs for 65 years, all that learning leads to something remarkable. The Range Rover Evoque. Winner of over 120 awards, including the 2012 Strategic Vision Total Quality Award. Land Rover,
above and beyond.
Time now for our UPS Store taking care of business play of the game. Top of the fifth. Cubs down 4-1. 2 men on, and Cody Ransom has liftoff. Stays just fair into the seats for a 3-run home run. Ransom's 5th home run of the season. And we are locked up at 4 apiece.
Huge 3-run homer for Cody.
All right, we have to take a final timeout, but as we head to break, here's a look at some of what I had to put up with earlier today, thanks to our summer crop of interns. Enjoy. I'm jacked up. I was away for a few days. I'm back. Cubs, Angels. I get to talk about my favorite baseball team.
Yeah, I can't wait to work with you. Where should I sit, right or left?
Excuse me?
Yeah, I'm working with you, right or left chair.
Because Hollingsworth is in California doing the game, doesn't mean you, the intern, get to sit on the show and be the analyst.
Why?
It's not how it works here. Unbelievable. I have heard it all. Interns these days, they just don't get it. Cubs are on the air tonight. I get to talk about my favorite team, and I think they're getting ready to play some pretty good baseball.
Here's your script, Cap.
Thank you, Aaron Griffin. Aaron, I'm doing the Cubs, not the Bears. This is from last season. My goodness. Can't get anything done around here. And could you please, I need a good, clean show. Could you get me some water?
Yes.
I'm thirsty. And keep it quiet. I need a good, clean show.
Here's your water to a great, clean show.
Thank you, Mitch, to a good, clean show. Guff, who hires these interns?
Left the darkness, light a fire for the silent and the broken hearted. Won't you stand up, stand up, stand up? Won't you stand up, you girls and boys? Won't you stand up, stand up, stand up? Won't you stand up and use your voice?
Denny's red, white, and blue plate specials are as American as apple pie. Especially the apple pie French toast. Try it with our new mild or bold coffee roasts. Only at Denny's.
It's time to head someplace new, wherever that may be. The all-new 2014 Mitsubishi Outlander with advanced safety technologies, 31 miles per gallon and room for 7. It's never been easier to find your own lane.
And the shot clock is winding down. The game is on the line. He puts up the 3.
Get into the game with Wingstop. Crispy classic or boneless wings cooked fresh to order, tossed and sauced in your choice of 10 mouth-watering flavors. And for a limited time, pick up the new triple double pack. Classic and boneless wings in 3 flavors, fresh cut fries, rolls, and more. All for just $19.99. Be the MVP. Wingstop, the official wings of sports fans.
If you want the best of baseball all season long, Xfinity from Comcast gives you the best seat in the house. With MLB Network, you get live games 4 nights a week, plus 24/7 insider coverage and live look-ins every night. This is MLB Network on Xfinity. This is awesome. Sign up for the Xfinity HD Preferred XF Triple Play with MLB Network or ask about other bundles starting at only $99 a month for 12 months. Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Ready? Are you gonna get them all right?
Yes.
Okay.
B.
B. Good. And this?
N.
Yes. And this one is?
P.
Good. And what's this?
Cubs win.
That's right. Cubs win. That's my girl.
We're as obsessed as you are. Sportsnet Central, every night at 6:30, 10, 10:30 at midnight on Comcast Sportsnet. Fans' best friend. July 14th. Raise money for local charities and show your team spirit. Sign up for the Home Team Charity Run. Start and finish your 5 or 10K race at U.S. Cellular Field. Choose your favorite team's jersey and race for your chance to win White Sox, Bulls, or Blackhawks tickets. And enjoy a post-race festival with great food and live music. Go to HomeTeamCharityRun.org for more information and to register online.
All right, let's check out our Dunkin' Donuts High Energy play of the day. For that, we go back to the top of the sixth. Deoner Navarro getting the start as the DH. He hits an infield chopper. He hustles down. Look at the big man hustle. 29-year-old showing off some nice wheels on the play. And he beats it out for our high-energy play of the day. All right, thank you for watching Cubs Post-Game Live presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield. Holly and I back with you Saturday, Game 2 of the series with the Pirates. Mark and Kip are next. Enjoy Sportsnet Central.
This is Sportsnet Central, presented by GMC.
We start you off with a CSN News alert, and it's bad news for the Blackhawks. Duncan Keith has been suspended 1 game by the league for his high stick to the face of Kings forward Jeff Carter last night. Now, that will take the team's best defenseman out of the lineup for Game 4 at the Staples Center tomorrow and force Joel Quenneville to rearrange his blue line pairings.
Ever since I got up here with Chicago, he's been an outstanding player, especially he's just a big leader for us on the ice, off the ice. The consistency is something that's stand out for me. I think you know, as a defenseman coming after the first year in the league, I learned a lot from him, and obviously he's one of the best demons in the league, I think. So yeah, he's a huge part of our team and our success so far.
He's been around here for a while. He's one of the top guys on this team, and he's one of the top guys. So I think with his leadership, he's always the word. He's always the mouth. He's talking. He's showing it on the ice. His expressions and the way he plays. He's one of the best defensemen in the league.
And we invite you to get interactive with the show on Twitter. Tonight we're asking, do you agree with the league's decision to suspend Duncan Keith for 1 game? Remember to use the hashtag HawksTalk. We'll have some of your answers a little bit later in the show. The Blackhawks held a short practice session this afternoon before the news of Keith's suspension came down. One of the other challenges for the coaches right now, trying to find a way to get Patrick Kane going again. Which leads us to Inside the Lines, presented by 3M. Tonight, we're looking at Kane's puzzling postseason slump. Over the last 7 games, the talented winger has no goals, only 2 assists with 24 shots on goal. He hasn't lit the lamp since Game 3 of the Detroit series. Chris Bowden has more on what's gone wrong for Kaner.
Since scoring just his 2nd and 3rd playoff goals since the cup clincher early in the Detroit series, things have turned awfully dry on the stat sheet for Patrick Kane. He knows it, and he knows everyone else notices too.
It's never fun, you know, going through the slumps. I mean, as an offensive player, you always want to score and be there for your team, especially when that's what you're counted on to do. So it's a little frustrating, but you know, sometimes you try to put it in the past and forget about it and move on. You know, your job to score goals and set up plays. It's obviously going to affect you mentally. I think you ask any player that, and they'd be lying to you if they said it's not frustrating. But you know, at the same time, I still think there's other areas of the game you can still you know, help your team in and you know, try to improve there too.
Just 2 assists over the past 7 games has led him to reviewing old video with his dad. While Joe Quenneville says he needs more from Kane, he submits that Stars are focused upon more defensively the deeper these playoffs go. LA's experiencing the same thing with Kopitar and Brown. And when your team's depth is unable to pick up the slack, the heat on the Stars rises, even when you're still within 6 wins of another cup.
He seems to have the puck a lot more. I think when he's playing his best hockey, he has the puck, and he's dangerous with it, be it off the Russian zone, coming out of our end. I just think that when he has the puck, you know, not too many players in the league can do what he can do.
It's not all of a sudden that I'm a bad player. It just doesn't happen like that. You know, I had a good regular season, and you know, I'm still a good player in this league and can make plays. So, you know, it's something I just gotta go out and do.
There weren't a whole lot of Blackhawks that could be credited with a very good Game 3, and they all said after practice on Tuesday they still didn't deserve to win, even though they were right there at the finish. And they'll have to be a whole lot better in order to beat a team that has allowed just 9 goals in 8 home playoff games on Thursday night. With the Hawks in L.A., Chris Bowden, Comcast Sportsnet.
Thanks, Chris. An MRI this morning revealed Jake Peavy has a displaced rib fracture on his left side. The Sox starter is expected to be sidelined 4 to 6 weeks. It's the 3rd major setback Peavy has had since arriving on the south side in 2009. He'll be replaced in the rotation by Hector Santiago.
When you're hurt, you go to the training room, you feel like you're being productive, and maybe you're making some, something like this. It's just kind of a wait and let things heal, and that's, a bummer.
You can't sit there and figure out the guy unless he gives you the information. So he felt he could get through it, and it's just one of those that, he started out, it looked all right, and then by the time you got to the, third, it looked like there was something going on.
The Sox trying to end their 8-game losing streak behind Dylan Axelrod. Pitching and defense big in this one. Bottom fourth, runners on the corners for Nick Franklin.
And they pull it. I'll tell you. And here's the throw home. Yes! What a block right there by Jimenez. What a throw by Rios. Marcy.
Alex Rios and Hector Jimenez. Great play. Keeps the game scoreless. Bottom fifth, Axelrod in a jam, bases loaded, 1 out for Jason Bay. But he grounds into the 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. Axelrod went 5 1/3 scoreless innings, giving up just 6 hits. Meanwhile, Hisashi Iwakuma was mowing down the Sox top 7. Rios grounds to second, and Franklin makes the nice diving stop to get him at first. Sox haven't had a base runner since the 3rd inning. Top of the 8th, still no score. Jeff Keppinger fouls one down the right field line. Kendrys Morales is there, bobbles it, recovers, makes a nice catch in the stands. Iwakuma retires 16 Sox in a row and gives up just 3 hits in 8 scoreless innings. This game would go to extras, bottom 10. Runners on the corners, Raul Ibanez. Jesse Crane strikes him out. That would end the threat. Bottom 13, man on for Ibanez. He grounds to second. Beckham tags Morales, then throws to first. The Sox turn 6 double plays in the game, still scoreless. Top of the 14th, Sox finally break through. Runners on the corners, nobody out for Rios. He singles to left center. Alejandro Diaz comes in to score. Sox lead it 1-0. Later, it's 2-0 Sox. Keppinger singles to center. Adam Dunn, Paul Konerko scores. Sox would add another and lead it 5-0. But bottom 14th, Sox up 5-1. Bases loaded for Kyle Seager, and oh, say it isn't so. He takes Addison Reed's offering deep to right center for the game-tying grand slam. We're tied at 5. Top of the 15th, Keppinger strikes out the check swing with the bases loaded, and Hawk not happy.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what. This has been a series right here that we have had the worst umpiring we've had all season long.
But something for Hawk to be happy with in the top of the 16th. Alejandro Diaz singles to left center. Beckham trying to beat the throw home. He does. Sox take the 6-5 lead, and they would add another. Bottom of the inning, Reed in his 3rd inning of work strikes out Brendan Ryan for number 1. Then Andy Chavez goes down. Then Reed bans Jason Bay to end it. Reed strikes out the side. Sox win the 16-inning marathon, 7-5 the final. So here are some of the numbers. There were 15 pitchers used in the game, throwing a total of 493 pitches. There were 34 total hits. Alex Rios and Gordon Beckham each had 4 hits. And according to Elias, the game is the first ever in which both teams scored at least 5 runs after the first 9 innings were scoreless. But the big news, Sox end their 8-game losing streak.
We're all too exhausted probably right now to really relish it, but it was, when you're down, you've got an 8-game losing streak or whatever, and you're down and you're battling, and what happened in the 14th happens. I mean, it's like, how can it get any worse? But you know what? Reeder came in, and obviously he kept playing, but he stayed in there, and he battled. So I was pretty proud of him to stay out there and not give up anymore, and it shows a lot about how good he is. I mean, he's never thrown that many innings. I mean, that many pitches or innings in his life. So we battled, and you know what? Hopefully it does enough for us to get back and go in the right direction.
White Sox are back home to play Oakland tomorrow. Tonight's GMC professional grade player. We're going with Braves pitcher Julio Teheran. He lost a no-hitter against the Pirates with 2 outs in the 8th inning. He finished the game with an 8-inning, 1-hit, 11 strikeout gem. Pirates, by the way, will head to Chicago to open a 3-game series at Wrigley Field on Friday.
So if you like hours and hours of baseball, this was your kind of day. Just sit on the couch and watch baseball. It's kind of never ending. This has been Sportsnet Central presented by GMC.
Haven't forgotten about the Cubs. We'll share those highlights. That game only took 4 hours and 14 minutes. And much more coming up on the Blackhawks. Chris Bowden joins us from Los Angeles. He'll have a reaction to Duncan Keith's suspension. We'll see you after the break. Stay right with us.
Sportsnet Central on Comcast Sportsnet is presented to you by GMC. We are professional grade.
The GMC Terrain. Color touch sound system. Bluetooth connectivity.
Call Jen.
This is smart. OnStar app ready. The 2013 GMC Terrain. Over 100 standard features that make you more capable. That's professional grade. Lease this 2013 Terrain with an EPA estimated 32 highway NPG for around $199 per month.
Everyone is looking for it. That momentum. That spark. That juice. For their business, their lives, their dreams. Well, here it is. First Midwest Bank. We're growing. We're local. We've got momentum. Want some? First Midwest Bank. Bank with momentum.
Chapter 13 debt repayment plans deal with lawsuits, foreclosures, car payments, credit cards, payday loans, repos, tax debts, medical bills, and more. I'm attorney Peter Francis Geraci. Get one lower payment for all debt and stop creditors now. Call us for a free phone mini consultation or log on to infotapes.com.
If you're worried about debt, call now to see if you qualify. 1-800-401-4010.
My business just got this big announcement from the phone company.
Make some big claims.
Says my business can get high-speed internet.
Ooh. I called, and all I could get was slow DSL or T1.
What a waste.
So I called Comcast Business.
Got 50 megabits per second of speed.
Better phone.
A dedicated local rep.
Great value.
As for this,
get fast internet now and see how you could save. Switch to Comcast Business. Call 800-501-6000.
Welcome back to Sportsnet Central, presented by GMC. I'm Mark Shanowski. The Blackhawks will have to play Game 4 without their top defenseman. So what kind of adjustments will the coaching staff need to make? The Kings poised to tie the conference finals at 2 games apiece.
And I'm Kip Lewis. The White Sox and Mariners do something that's never been done before in baseball history. You don't want to miss the highlights of this one. And on the eve of baseball's amateur draft, we profile a college pitcher who could make an impact for the Cubs in the near future. Sportsnet Central starts right now.
This is Sportsnet Central, presented by GMC.
The Sox have lost starter Jake Peavy 4 to 6 weeks with a fractured rib. It was clear last night in Seattle Peavy was feeling some discomfort. He lasted only 2 1/3 innings, allowing 7 hits and 6 earned runs at Safeco Field. We'll have more on Peavy's injury momentarily.
And bad news today for the Blackhawks. Duncan Keith has been suspended 1 game by the league for his high stick to the face of Kings forward Jeff Carter during the second period last night. That's going to take the team's best defenseman out of the lineup for Game 4 at Staples Center tomorrow and force Joel Quenneville to rearrange his blue line pairings.
Ever since I got up here with Chicago, he's been an outstanding player, especially he's just a big leader for us on the ice, off the ice. The consistency is something that's stand out for me. I think as a defenseman coming after the first year in the league, I learned a lot from him, and obviously he's one of the best demons in the league, I think. So yeah, he's a huge part of our team and our success so far.
He's been around here for a while. He's one of the top guys on this team, and he's one of the top guys. So I think with his leadership, he's always the word. He's always the mouth. He's talking. He's showing it on the ice. His expressions and the way he plays. He's one of the best defensemen in the league.
Joining us now from Los Angeles is our Blackhawks beat reporter Chris Bowden. And Chris, once we heard the league office was getting involved, that there'd be a hearing for Duncan Keith, I guess we should have expected a suspension was coming. What's the reaction to one game for Duncan Keith?
Well, Ski, I thought the Blackhawks were kind of feeling that too here today as they were waiting for that ruling to come down. Once the on-ice official made a call and the play was right in front of them, they kind of figured that that was going to be it. But once you hear word that the Department of Player Safety is going to take a look at it, maybe they were fearing the worst. And about one game, I think, is what they were privately expecting here, especially for a previous offender. Duncan Keith took out Daniel Sedin with that elbow in a game late last regular season. At the time, he said something similar as well, that he was just playing the puck and it was an accident. But when this happens a second time and once again involving a star player, I know everyone reacts to them saying that, all right, well, they didn't see the initial action that Jeff Carter took on Duncan Keith. But nevertheless, in the playoffs, how many times, whether it's NBA or NHL, where you only see the reaction rather than the initial action, and getting the stick up that high, whether it was intentional or not, an accident or not, was pretty much going to result in a suspension, especially for a previous offender.
The pairing of Keith and Brent Seabrook's been one of the keys to the Blackhawks' playoff success recently. How will this impact their defensive pairings tomorrow night?
It's going to be real interesting. Sheldon Brookbank is going to have to be brought out of mothballs. It's been quite a while since he played. He hasn't played at all in the playoffs. And now the Blackhawks run into a little bit of a situation where, each of their three pairings had a puck-moving defenseman. Keith obviously was the best of those, but then you have Nick Leddy and Johnny Oduya. Now when you put Brookbank in the equation as well, you're stuck with only two. So how he splits them up is going to be interesting, whether it's going to be Leddy with Seabrook or Leddy with Hjalmarsson. Those two have been a pair for a while, and whether he goes Oduya with Seabrook or the other way around. But that does hurt a particular area of the game that the Blackhawks were concerned about here, facing this LA Kings team that is so aggressive on the forecheck. They're worried about getting the puck out of their zone and getting some more time in the LA Kings end. So without Duncan Keith to be here for Game 4, that's going to be a crucial aspect of this game.
Chris, thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you tomorrow night before Game 4.
Earlier in the show, we asked, do you agree with Duncan Keith's one-game suspension? Here are some more of what you said on Twitter. Andy, a slash is a slash. Drew blood and stitches. The attempted apology, lack of malice is what I think made it only one game. D. Hines, one game is fair considering his history. No matter what Carter did, it does not justify Keith's action. Next man up. Levi, he is responsible for his stick. Carter trying to push his glove reminds me of Crosby last year. So with Duncan Keith suspended for tomorrow night's Game 4, the Blackhawks will need someone else to step up. They would love for that guy to be Patrick Kane, who has been eerily quiet during the last several games. Kaner has just 2 points in the last 7 games, both assists. He hasn't scored a goal since Game 3 versus Detroit, but there is no question the Hawks could use his firepower.
It's never fun, going through the slumps. I mean, as an offensive player, you always want to score and be there for your team, especially when that's what you're counted on to do. So it's a little frustrating, but sometimes you try to put it in the past and forget about it and move on. Your job to score goals and set up plays, it's obviously going to affect you mentally. I think you ask any player that, and they'd be lying to you if they said it's not frustrating. But at the same time, I still think there's other areas of the game you can still help your team in and try to improve there too.
He seems to have the puck a lot more. I think when he's playing his best hockey, he has the puck and he's dangerous with it, be it off the rush in zone, coming out of our end. I just think that when he has the puck, not too many players in the league can do what he can do.
An MRI this morning revealed Jake Peavy has a displaced rib fracture on his left side. The Sox starter is expected to be sidelined 4 to 6 weeks. It's the third major setback Peavy has had since arriving on the south side in 2009. He'll be replaced in the rotation by Hector Santiago.
When you're hurt, you go to the training room, you feel like you're being productive, and maybe you're making some, something like this. It's just kind of a wait and let things heal, and that's, a bummer.
You can't sit there and figure out the guy unless he gives you the information. So he felt he could get through it, and it's just one of those that, he started out, it looked all right, and then by the time you got to the, third, it looked like he was there was something going on.
The Sox trying to end their 8-game losing streak behind Dylan Axelrod. Pitching and defense big in this one. Bottom fourth, runners on the corners for Nick Franklin.
There's a bullet. I'll tell you. And here's the throw home. Yes! What a block right there by Jimenez. What a throw by Rios. Mercy.
Alex Rios and Hector Jimenez. Great play. Keeps the game scoreless. Bottom fifth, Axelrod in a jam, bases loaded, 1 out for Jason Bay. But he grounds into the 6-4-3 double play. That would end the inning. Axelrod went 5 1/3 scoreless innings, giving up just 6 hits. Meanwhile, Hisashi Iwakuma was mowing down the Sox top 7. Rios grounds to second. Franklin makes a nice diving stop, gets him at first. Sox haven't had a base runner since the 3rd inning. Top 8, still no score. Jeff Keppinger fouls one down the right field line. Kendrys Morales is there, bobbles it, but recovers, makes a nice catch in the stands. Iwakuma retires 16 Sox in a row and gives up just 3 hits and 8 scoreless innings. This game goes to extras, bottom 10th. Runners on the corners for Raul Ibanez, but Jesse Crain strikes him out to end the threat. Bottom 13, man on for Ibanez. He grounds to second. Beckham tags Morales, then throws to first. The Sox turn 6 double plays in the game. We're still scoreless. Top 14, Sox finally break through. Runners on the corners, nobody out for Rios. He singles to left center. Alejandro Diaz comes in to score. Sox lead it 1-0. Later, it's 2-0 Sox. Keppinger singles to center. Adam Dunn and Paul Konerko this time come around to score. Sox would add another. They lead it 5-0. Looks like it's all good, right? But bottom of the 14th, Sox up 5-1. Bases loaded for Kyle Seager. Oh, he takes this Addison Reed offering deep to right center. Game-tying grand slam. We're tied at 5. To the 15th, Keppinger strikes out on the check swing with the bases loaded, and Hawk just not happy.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what. This has been a series right here that we have had the worst umpiring we've had all season long. I mean, all.
But something for Hawk to be happy with in the top of the 16th. Alejandro Diaz singles to left center. Beckham coming around, trying to beat the throw home. He would. Sox take the 6-5 lead. They would add another. So bottom of the inning, Reed in his 3rd inning of work strikes out Brendan Ryan for number 1. Then Andy Chavez goes down swinging. Then Reed fans Jason Bay. That would end it. Reed strikes out the side. Sox win the 16-inning marathon, 7-5 final. So here are some of the notes of this crazy game. Mark Perrin actually managed the final 4 innings because Robin Ventura had to catch his flight to his daughter's high school graduation, so he missed all that.
You gotta have your priorities.
Yeah, hey, that's right. Kyle Seager's grand slam was the first of his career. Addison Reed threw a career-high 55 pitches. Outfielder Casper Wells would have pitched the next inning of if the Sox hadn't scored.
Glad we didn't see that.
Yeah, that would have been terrible. And according to Elias, the game is the first ever in which both teams scored at least 5 runs after the first 9 innings were scoreless. So the Sox are back on the south side for a 7-game homestand, and starting tomorrow night, we've got the action for you right here on Comcast Sportsnet. First pitch between the A's and Sox is at 7:05. Sportsnet Central gets you set for the game at 6:30.
Well, after winning 5 straight last week, the Cubs are going the other way again. Matt Garza hoping to snap a 3-game slide tonight out in Anaheim. Game you saw earlier here on Comcast Sportsnet. Garza gave up 4 runs in his 6+ innings of work, but wound up with a no decision. Let's pick it up. 4-1 Angels in the 5th. Cody Ransom with 2 men aboard, and he muscles up down the left field line. Well, not a long drive, but it counts just the same. A 3-run homer, his 5th of the season, ties the game at 4. Top of the 6th, same score. Deanna Navarro, the high chopper off the plate. Look at the big man run. He beats it out. The best thing about this shot, the reaction in the dugout, his teammates appreciate the sprinter speed. Starlin Castro goes to 3rd on the play. Ryan Sweeney is next, and he comes through. Bloop single to left. After a 3-hit effort on Tuesday, 2 more hits for Sweeney today. Castro scores for a 5-4 lead. Now Albert Pujols up with 2 men aboard in the 7th.
This will be caught. Diving catch, Ryan Sweeney.
Oh, baby.
And the Cubs
So Sweeney with a couple of hits and a big catch there to keep the Cubs in front. But in the 8th, Mark Trumbo leading off, and we have liftoff against James Russell. Deep to left center, that is gone. Trumbo's 13th home run of the year ties the game at 5. Stayed that way until the top of the 10th inning. 2 outs, bases loaded for Anthony Rizzo, and he rips one down the right field line. That's going to clear him. All 3 runners will score. Rizzo into second with a double. The Cubs in front, 8-5. Bottom of the 10th, Kevin Gregg already gave up a solo homer to Trumbo, so it's 8-6. Angels have 2 men on, but he gets Hank Conger on a curveball to end it. Cubs snap the 3-game losing streak. They beat the Angels in 10, 8-6. 4 hours and 14 minutes in that one.
We'll hear from the Kings, who say they sometimes a fluke goal can give a team a lot of confidence. And in the Eastern Conference Finals, the Penguins in desperation mode after losing the first 2 games on home ice. The Cubs have the 2nd overall pick in tomorrow's baseball draft. Will profile one of the pitchers they hope can make a huge impact at the big league level.
Bonjour, je t'adore, c'est aujourd'hui et toujours, maman, how about me?
Here's to a life less routine. The more connected, athletic, seductive Lexus RX. See your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer.
Next, please. It's going to be $12 or $6, you guys. Or?
Okay, are you pranking me or something?
You'd be surprised how many people actually choose to pay more. You're probably paying too much for your wireless bill right now. You know, if you switch to Cricket, you can get unlimited plans for half the price of AT&T and Verizon. And you can do more with the money you save every month.
More movie dates?
You've made a wise choice. Puppy Love is a fine film.
Really?
Yeah.
Looks terrible.
It's my favorite movie. So many layers.
Switch to Cricket. Get unlimited plans for half the price of AT&T and Verizon. See how half really is more at Cricket.